Greetings and welcome to my channel. My name is Eric Gassler, here with my first devlog for Weirdloom Studios. I want to take some time today to introduce the start of a new game engine I'm working on, which I am calling the Fabric Engine. This engine is going to power a game project that's been incubating in my head for the past 20 years. That game is called Faryn. Faryn is going to be an action-adventure game set with a mostly top-down perspective. I'm not ready to dive into the details of any gameplay aspects of Faryn just yet, but I will say some of the initial gameplay inspiration for Faryn was wanting to create a game that mixed the original Legend of Zelda with ghouls and ghosts. So, with that aside, let's dive into what I have for the engine so far. I'm building the Fabric engine in Rust with libraries Winit and WGPU for the foundation. There are multiple reasons why I have chosen to build my own engine rather than use something like Unreal or Godot. The primary reason is because I'm a big believer in building tools, libraries, and frameworks specific to the project. I'm not a big fan of using one-size-fits-all solutions for things. Another major reason is that I am much more comfortable working with code than I am working with graphical development interfaces. And on the coding side, another major reason I'm developing my own engine is because I want to develop my game using Rust, and there's not a lot of game engines using Rust at the moment. And on that note, what I'm going to be sharing today is Fabric Creator, the development tool I am building in Fabric Engine to give me a graphical interface for doing things like building the game models and assets. So far, in the past 2 months, I've been developing Fabric Engine and Fabric Creator. I've been experimenting a lot with ideas for how I want to build and render Faryn. I want the world to be 3D, but I don't want to use traditional 3D meshes. Instead, models basically consist of node trees, with each node defining specifics on the kind of basic shape it should be, its size, and so on. Then, when rendering my game, I feed that data into my shader pipelines, and the various shader stages will build out the scene and apply lighting and other effects. Here, the first screen we have is where I can build my game models. And so far, I just have a few basic shapes I set up so I can start building the basic layout of the world with. Once I have the models set up that I want, the next step is to build scenes. Here's a mock-up I created of the scene where the player will start their game in Faryn. And then the next step is to place the scene in the world. In this view, I can easily add or remove scenes. And then I have a game view that I have set up to preview rendering the world, how I want to render the world in-game. That's about all I have to share so far. Obviously, this is all very early stage stuff, and there's a lot more development to go. Aside from some tweaking to stuff here and there, my main focus now is building a few more scenes to attach to this one, and then start developing the actual game code for Faryn and building out the gameplay mechanics. So, thank you for watching this very early look at the Fabric Engine and what will eventually become the game Faryn. Please like and subscribe to support the channel and stay tuned for future updates.